Moving items 6 and 7, we have a little bit of extra pieces to configure there, so we won't be talking about that. All right. First item on our agenda is to approve the minutes from the April 19th, 2022 meeting. I would entertain a motion.
Motion.
I have a motion by Bulkin and a second by Borneman. Any discussion? All right, all those in favor of approving the minutes from April 19th, 2022 can signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All righty. That passes unanimously. Next up is item number 2. It's a public hearing to request to approve a conditional use at 101 and 103 North 3rd Avenue to allow for an outdoor event space and beer garden in an urban mixed-use zoning district for Brewer Entertainment. Maybe before we open up the public hearing, we could just have a little brief on what this is all about.
Okay, sure, thanks. I see the petitioner is anxious to speak as well, so we'll give him,
I wasn't even invited yet. No, that's okay.
That's okay. We're glad you're excited.
we'll let him, I guess, talk about the specifics. I guess just from a zoning perspective, it's considered an outdoor commercial entertainment use, which requires a conditional use permit in this zoning district. So there's also licenses that go with this through other committees, which you've been through with the clerk's office, public health and safety. We're just looking at it from a conditional use perspective with the standards that are in the packet. But I guess with that, it's, again, outdoor commercial entertainment. It's an outdoor patio that they're looking to attach onto the backside of their.
If you'd like to add a little color, feel
Yeah.
free.
Absolutely. So, first, apology that it took me a year to be able to get this going. Getting into the bar business, it's been interesting, but we've had a good time so far. It's been flourishing and going well. So, and thanks to the city and the police and everybody else that's helped us clean that bar up, it's been exciting to be a part of it. So, that said, we started this with an estimate of $11,000. We're now just over $100,000 as an addition. So, we're excited to have this new outdoor event space, and we'll have bags and games and bands and whatnot. So, when I went through the liquor license portion of this, excuse me. Oh, there's a picture of it. We had talked about, the having the outdoor space that was approved and having bands. So I've got a pretty good understanding of noise ordinance and some of those things. So really, we have a lot of day events. Like we're having one the 21st. It'll be from noon to 4. We were approved to have that last night actually. So I was here yesterday, and. Anyway, so very excited. It's a 28 by 53 square foot area, and we'll have privacy fence and pavers throughout. We'll have a new handicap accessible door, which we hadn't had before. And obviously the building is very old, so it's kind of grandfathered on some of those things, but we're trying to start with the outside and move to the inside. Eventually have new bathrooms and a game room and some other things. So this is step 1 of like 4 steps to get this where we want it to be. But anyway, yeah, so we actually working with Bill and his guidance, we now know how to get an ambulance in and out. We know how to work our fence appropriately and take care of the neighbors at the same time. So I think we're on track with this stuff if you guys are supportive.
Perfect. Thank you. I guess with that, I would open it up. If there's anybody here who would like to make any comments in the public hearing, you're welcome to approach the podium now and share your comments. I technically need to ask 3 times, so it's going to be weird. If anybody's here that would like to comment on this conditional use at 101 and 103 North 3rd Avenue to allow for an outdoor event space and beer garden in an urban mixed-use zoning district, you're welcome to approach the podium. All right, one last time. If anybody's here that would like to speak to this this conditional use, we're welcoming. All right, public hearing is closed. Are we voting on this right now? We'll vote on it next week. Yep. All right. So the process here is that we will be voting on this next week. We will consider all of the public hearing comments.
Or comments from the staff.
Yep. Comments from the staff, comments from anybody that maybe will write to us. So thank you very much. We'll get
Thanks,
back.
guys. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
Yes. Thank you. All righty. So we are moving on to item number 3, discussion on request to approve conditional use. Oh, that's us here. If there's any discussion.
Yeah, discussion by the commission. if anyone
Yep,
wants.
okay. If there's any discussion on this request to approve the conditional use at 101 and 103 North 3rd Avenue to allow for an outdoor event space and beer garden in an urban mixed-use zoning district. I don't know if anybody has any comments or would like to share anything. We excused our guy a little early. But otherwise, we'll bring it back and we'll be talking about this again next month. Perfect. All right, we have another public hearing. It is a request to approve a conditional use at 1700 North Business Highway 51 to allow for an auto body paint and repair shop in a suburban mixed-use zoning district for Caliber Collision. If you'd like to give a little spiel on this,
Sure.
thanks.
So, yeah, this is another conditional use application. It's for a vehicle service and repair. That's technically the name of the use in our zoning code. And so previously, this property was a automotive-related business. It was a car dealership. They're looking to convert it to a body shop. And that would require special permission, a conditional use permit. And I guess in the packet, there's some fairly detailed information about the business that if you'd like to read up on that. Again, same process, public hearing this week, and we'd come back for the final approval at Plan Commission next month. One thing to note on this one, I guess, is, there would be some outdoor storage of vehicles that are waiting to be repaired, but those would be screened with a solid fence in the back of the building. Actual work, the business would actually take place indoors inside the building, so I believe the petitioner is here if they'd like
Sure.
to add anything additional.
Welcome if there's anything you'd like to share, add any commentary to what we've presented.
Hello,
Hello.
my name is Brett Flory. I'm with Cross Architects, and we're the architects on this project. I've done most of Caliber's work across the country for them for the last 10 years, so I could probably answer any questions that you may have. But basically, Caliber is the world's largest collision repair company, and they have close to 1,500 stores and around 25,000 employees. And they work with all the major insurance companies, so they're a first-class operation. All their equipment's first class. They're the industry leader, basically, in collision repair. But you're right, all the work, they do all the work inside the building. We do have some outdoor vehicle storage for cars that are waiting to be repaired, or if a car comes in that's heavily damaged, their insurance company will decide whether or not they want to repair it. If it's totaled, then that totaled vehicle will be out of there within 24 hours, so they don't keep total vehicles on site. Because basically, especially now when it's kind of hard to get parts, like it's hard to get a lot of things nowadays, they like to get people in on a schedule and then get it out, So, but they're a great company, and I think you'll enjoy having them in your community, and I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Okay, thank you. Maybe with that, we'll open up the public hearing. If there is anyone here who would like to give us any feedback about the conditional use at 1700 North Business Highway 51, welcome you to the podium. Once again, if there's anybody here that would like to discuss the conditional use requested for the auto body paint and repair shop in a suburban mixed-use zoning district, you are welcome. All right, one last time, the public hearing is still open to discuss this conditional use at 1700 North Business Highway 51. Okay, I'm not seeing anybody approach, so I will proclaim this public hearing closed. Thank you. But next up is item number 5, discussion on the request to approve a conditional use at 1700 North Business Highway 51 to allow for an auto body paint and repair shop in a suburban mixed-use zoning district. Is there anybody on this committee who would like to ask any questions or make any comments? Or staff, I guess. Any questions? Mr. Borneo.
Sure. I'm just wondering, how many vehicles could potentially be parked behind the fence? I'm looking at, is it like close to 30?
Yeah,
Okay.
close to 30. And the fence will meet whatever your, ordinance says that it needs to be for a screen wall or fence for outdoor vehicle storage. But right now, we show black vinyl chain link with black vision slats, but that's our standard but it does look good for what it is. And it's the vision slats snap together so you don't see through them. They'll be totally opaque. But that's kind of what we're thinking right now. All wrecked vehicles be behind the fence, and until the customer comes and gets them.
Okay.
But, yeah.
And the fence completely encircles the area?
Yes.
There's Flatted, okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments? Okay, I guess we'll see you next month. Thank
Okay,
you
thank you.
very much. All right, as I noted earlier, we're removing items 6 and 7. But here we are on item number 8, discussion and possible action on approving a blade sign at 608 Washington Street. Would you like to we'll give that one over to Bill.
Thank you. The tenant over at 608 Washington Street has an art boutique, and this is next to the, used to be Patina Coffee House. I don't know what the new name is.
Tuckney. I'm not addicted to coffee.
So they have a sign proposal that they've put together, and they're gonna hang it in front of the door. It won't encroach onto the sidewalk, so it'll just, there you go. Be underneath the soffit there. So our zoning code requires that blade signs are approved by Plan Commission.
Does anybody on this committee have a question or maybe a motion? Alder Watson.
I'd move to accept the application for the blade sign.
All right, we have a motion to accept the blade sign at 608 Washington Street. Do I have a second? I have a second by Bulkin. Any comments? Okay, I think we are ready to vote. All those in favor of approving the blade sign at 608 Washington Street can signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? All right, that carries unanimously. Thank you very much. Item number 9, our next meeting date, June 21st. Mark your calendars, everyone. And I guess with that, I would entertain number 10, motion to adjourn. Okay, I have a motion by Borneman and a second by Bulkin. All those in favor can signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you next month.